Imagine building a tool so powerful it promises to revolutionize industries, save lives, and make life easier. Only for that same tool to spiral out of control, cause chaos, and leave devastation in its wake. This is the dark side of American innovation, where artificial intelligence goes rogue and real-life algorithm disasters unfold. Today, we'll journey through true stories of algorithms gone wild. From financial meltdowns to life-altering medical errors, exposing how technology's brilliance can turn into a catastrophic curse. May 6, 2010. A normal trading day on Wall Street suddenly spirals into chaos. In mere minutes, the U.S. stock market plunges nearly 1,000 points, wiping out almost $1 trillion in market value, only to bounce back moments later. It was dubbed the Flash Crash, and the culprit: algorithms executing thousands of trades in fractions of a second, feeding off each other's panic. High-frequency trading systems designed to exploit tiny price movements had inadvertently triggered a feedback loop of selling. While markets eventually stabilized, the event rattled regulators, investors, and the public, revealing how fragile our digital financial systems could be. And it was only a preview of how algorithms can go rogue in ways no human can predict or control. Now, let's shift from Wall Street to Silicon Valley, where another set of algorithms has shaped society itself. But, in pursuit of engagement, the algorithm began prioritizing sensational content, misinformation, conspiracy theories, and polarizing news. This wasn't an accident. It was the cold logic of an algorithm optimizing for human attention. The 2016 U.S. presidential election exposed how the platform was weaponized to spread disinformation, influence voters, and deepen societal divides. Mark Zuckerberg faced Congress, apologizing for unintended consequences. Yet, even today, the algorithm's influence continues to stir global debates over tech ethics. But nowhere is algorithmic power and danger more chilling than in America's criminal justice system. Meet Compass, an algorithm used to predict how likely defendants are to reoffend. Judges across the country rely on it to make bail, parole, and sentencing decisions. But in 2016, ProPublica published a bombshell investigation. Compass was heavily biased, falsely predicting that black defendants were more likely to commit future crimes than white defendants. Algorithmic bias, buried deep in the code, perpetuated systemic racism, and decisions about people's freedom were being made based on flawed math. This controversy sparked outrage and ignited conversations about transparency, accountability, and whether machines should wield such power over human lives. Next, let's look at how AI entered one of humanity's most sensitive fields, healthcare, and how it stumbled in a spectacular fashion. In the early 2010s, IBM promised that Watson, its AI supercomputer, would revolutionize cancer treatment. Watson was supposed to analyze medical literature, patient histories, and data to recommend precise treatment plans. But inside hospitals, Watson often gave unsafe, incorrect, or bizarre recommendations, sometimes suggesting treatments that could harm patients. A 2018 report revealed doctors at MD Anderson Cancer Center quietly abandoned Watson after investing $62 million, citing multiple examples of unsafe recommendations. IBM Watson had overpromised and underdelivered. AI couldn't yet replicate the nuanced judgment of human doctors. It was a stark reminder that in fields like medicine, the stakes are too high for experimental algorithms to guess their way through life or death decisions. Even companies on the cutting edge of tech can fall victim to their own algorithmic creations. Amazon tried building an AI tool to screen job applications, intended to find the best candidates automatically. But the tool quickly developed a bias against women, downgrading resumes that included words like women's or references to female-oriented activities. The reason? The algorithm was trained on resumes from a male-dominated tech industry, learning that male candidates were preferred. Amazon quietly scrapped the project, realizing it couldn't trust the AI to fairly evaluate potential employees. It was another example of how unconscious biases seep into data and become amplified by algorithms. Now we enter perhaps the darkest chapter of all, the use of AI in warfare. The U.S. military has invested billions into developing autonomous drones and robotic weapons. AI systems can identify targets, decide when to strike, and carry out lethal missions with minimal human oversight. In theory, these technologies could reduce casualties by removing soldiers from danger. But critics fear a world where machines decide who lives and who dies, a terrifying scenario where mistakes, glitches, or biases could trigger accidental wars. Think about the risks. Facial recognition errors, misidentifying civilians as combatants, or hacking that turns autonomous weapons against their creators. In 2017, over 3,000 AI researchers signed a letter demanding a ban on autonomous weapons, calling them weapons of mass destruction waiting to happen. Yet the arms race continues, and we may soon face a future where AI's decisions could ignite global conflict. Not all algorithmic disasters involve code alone. Sometimes the algorithms at play are biological. CRISPR gene editing technology promises the ability to alter human DNA with surgical precision, but in 2018, a Chinese scientist used CRISPR to create the world's first genetically edited babies, igniting an ethical firestorm. Editing genes for disease prevention is one thing, but designing babies with enhanced traits crosses into dangerous territory. Experts worry about unintended consequences, mutations, genetic errors, and a future where only the wealthy can afford genetic enhancements. CRISPR's algorithmic precision masks a sobering truth. We're tampering with the blueprint of life, and algorithmic thinking is not exclusive to the digital age. Decades ago, calculations of efficiency led to one of history's most devastating technological choices. During the Vietnam War, the U.S. military deployed Agent Orange, a chemical defoliant, to strip away jungle cover. The logic was clinical: eliminate the enemy's hiding places. But Agent Orange contained deadly dioxins, poisoning soldiers, civilians, and future generations with birth defects and cancers. Millions still suffer the consequences, a stark reminder that technological solutions can leave unimaginable human costs. From Wall Street crashes to biased hiring tools, from rogue military drones to gene-edited babies, these stories reveal a chilling pattern. Artificial intelligence and algorithmic innovation hold staggering potential, but also staggering risks. Algorithms aren't inherently evil. They're tools created by humans, shaped by the data we feed them, and the values we embed within them. But when we chase speed, efficiency, and profit without considering consequences, we unleash forces we can't always control. In the end, the question remains: how do we ensure that the same brilliant technologies that could save humanity don't one day destroy it instead? This is the dark side of American innovation, and the cautionary tales of when AI goes rogue.